Alright, everyone, welcome back. So, I believe this is episode 31 or something like that. Last episode, or 32 actually, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Last episode, we covered a whole bunch of things that opened up after the events at the Sub 7 Sanctum. So, it was mainly a bunch of side quests, and catching a bunch of new Pokemon here and there, and seeing a few new areas. So, if you followed along, that's great. If not, that's fine too. In this episode, we're going to be progressing through the main story by obtaining our next badge. So what we need to do now is return all the way back to Iolia Valley and take the warp to Luna's room again. So I'm going to quickly cut to when I get to do that, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back at... excuse me, sorry. Let me move the mic a bit. At Luna's gym. I just realized though my team is not quite what I would like it to be, so I'm gonna take the warp back. I completely forgot I had type null in my team still, so alrighty, I am back here. So before we head on up, I want to just make sure my team is about where I want them to be in terms of their moves, sets, and everything. Items they're holding. Alright, I don't think Zoroark is going to be all that useful, to be honest, but I'll stick with it. I do want to change the held item on my Galvantula here. Let's see. Blast. Alright, let's give Cinccino my Silk Scarf. It should be in here somewhere. Here we go. And then I believe I have... Oh, okay, that's fine. I gave it to the wrong Pokemon. Silver Powder here, yeah? Oh, the items are right next to each other. Alright, that's actually quite convenient. Then... Nidoking can stick with the... Poison, yeah. What is it called? Sludge Wave, Poison Barb, Stab. Let's see if I have any items or TMs I can teach that might be useful here. Protect might be useful. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like about it really. Struggle Bug, Infestation. Dream Eater, Trick Room. Okay, yeah, nothing too crazy. Alrighty. So, I think other than that, I think I'm about ready. I think I want to start off with Blaziken to try and get the speed boost going, and since fighting moves are effective against Dark-type Pokemon, it should work out for me. And then we got Galvantula, which is also good on this field, and then all my other Pokemon are not weak to dark types, especially in any manner, so this should be a pretty well balanced fight we got going for ourselves here. So use the light shard if you need to or haven't already, and let's just head up to where Luna should be. So all you need to do is just simply change that room and walk up to Luna and interact with her. Alright, and with that we're up against Luna. So her team has a little bit of a theme with her names, beyond the just dark type attributes shared by all of her Pokemon. So we are here on the Dark Crystal Cavern, and she is holding 3 Ultra Potions. Her bishop here is named Carpenter and has a rocky helmet with a Defiant ability and Impish nature, 31 in IVs, and its EV stat spread is max HP, max attack, and 4 in defense. Its moves are Iron Head, Night Slash, Sucker Punch, and Stealth Rock. Her entire team is EV trained and perfect IVs. So this is the first time we're really truly taking on a battle like this. beyond Miss Crodberry or whatever you want to call her earlier, so this fight can be certainly extremely rough. Of course, you don't need perfect IVs to be able to do any of these fights, but it certainly helps. And more importantly, your EVs and moves and ability need to be more in sync along with your held items. So it's probably going to go for Sucker Punch or Flare or Stealth Rock. I'm going to go for High Jump Kick. Okay, I knew I should have went for Bulk Up. Fuck me. A Rocky Helmet hurts. Alright, next up here is her Honchkrow holding a Muscle Band with the Moxie ability, a Jolly Nature, and 31 in IVs, and an EV stat spread of Max Attack, 4 in Special Defense, and 252 or Max Speed. His moves are Sucker Punch, Night Slash, Roost, and Brave Bird. No, it went for Brave Bird. And his name is Jujub Bird. Ooh, that hurts. Next up is her Absol, holding a Life Orb of Pressure as its ability, Adamant Nature, 31 in IVs, with an EV stat spread of 4 in HP, 252 in attack, and 252 in speed. Its moves are Sword Stance, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, and Night Slash. Oh my god, this guy. So annoying. I didn't even know what his name was. Oh, White Rabbits. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, next up is Bandersnatch, holding a Magical Seed, ability Unnerve, Adamant Nature, 31 in IVs, with an EV stat spread of 252 in attack, 4 in special defense, and 252 in speed. Its moves are Brick Break, Iron Head, Crunch, and Stone Edge. Ooh. Alright, next up here is her Weavile, holding a Focus Sash, Pickpocket as his ability, a Jolly Nature, 31 in IVs, and an EV stat spread of 4 in HP, 252 in attack, and 252 in speed. Its moves are Power Up Punch, Poison Jab, Ice Shard, and Night Slash. It's definitely going to go for... Oh, what the... I was expecting go for an Ice Shard there. That threw me off guard. Oh. Oh. I might lose this. Yeah, I think I lost. Oh. Alright, attempt 2. Wow. Alright, let's see. Is there any XP candies I got in here that I could use that might change up my damage a bit? Alright. Alright, so this time, I think main thing I need to be wary about is, first off, let me think about what Pokemon my Zoroark wants to be. I think, yeah, I guess trying to be, let me swap Swellow down here. That might be better. Alright. I think this should be fine. Zoroark is not that good on the here, and then everyone else is kind of neutral, but it's okay. As for Cinccino, maybe I should, its main damage, I don't know if I should go for increasing Rock Blast's damage or just going with Silk. Let me go with Silk Scarf. I think that has more damage. Alright, second attempt now. So yeah, she was down to her last Pokemon, and okay. So I think this time I'm just gonna go for a high jump kick here, or not. What was my play last time? Galvantula, discharge, or bait out the sucker punch. Let's go with sticky web here. Alright, nice. I don't think Bug Buzz is effective against it, but it's definitely going for a rock type attack. Oh, lucky. Oh my god. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, the potions, the potions. Oh my gosh. Definitely going to heal here. Wow, that damage is insane for Ice Shard. Alright, her last Pokemon here is an Umbreon holding a Leftovers with the synchronized ability A Calm Nature, 31 in IVs with an EV stat spread of 252 in HP, 252 in defense, and 4 in special defense. Its moves are Moonlight, Dark Pulse, Double Team, and Toxic. Quite possibly her most annoying Pokemon. I think I lose here. Oh, never mind, I got a crit. Wow, that was lucky. Alright, so picture notes several things here regarding what to take into account. So Dark Pulse and Night Slash are increased up here, and her Dark type Pokemon have boosted defenses. And she has a lot of coverage. Her bulky Umbreon is really annoying due to that defense boost. Every single one is perfectly IV and EV trained, which from now on will be what we'll see normally. This is the 9th badge we're getting here, so kind of makes sense. Technically we're at the halfway point, but not really, but you know. So of course with the Dark Crystal Cavern Field, you can use Aurora Veil without Hail, and use your own Dark types to take advantage of the defense boost. Dazzling Gleam and Signal Beam get boosted here. Fighting types and bug types are pretty good here, as long as you find some way around the Hunch Crow. And she only has one special move on her entire team, so a defensive team with lots of defense can work. You can also change up the field to the Crystal Cavern and use Earthquakes-like moves to switch to a cave field and get possible boosts from rock type moves, as well as boosted Hyper Voice and Boom Burst. Tyranitar can definitely be an issue, but beyond that you can use a more rock type base team, since Bisharp's the only one that really resists that. Okay, so with that we get the Eclipse Badge, so our new level cap is 70 now. And this is also usually where most Pokemon games end, as Big Jordan notes, but obviously we still have a lot more to go. And she also gives us TM97 Dark Post, very decent TM. So from now we just exit Luna's gym. And if you head up to the Agate City entrance and go through, we will be locked out of coming back from every area we have been to so far for about 4 badges worth of content. So before we do that, there are a few side quests and stuff we should do before continuing. So if you didn't do so earlier with the Dark Post TM, we can transform that field on that in the cave on the eastern side of Iolia Valley to get Sableye, but we've already done that. So with that, now we just want to get out of here and take on another side quest that actually requires us to travel a decent bit, mainly back to 7th Street now. So just find the Tauros that is doing this. Alright, and just head on down this way. So 7th Street is nearby, so I won't cut here. So just head all the way back over here to the corner. Oh, let me put... well, never mind. Let me just head back into here. Head on down. And if we head to the middle of the area, we see this woman here. Alright, so here we'll obviously get something in return. It might be a little bit obvious. So let me just look it up for y'all. Here we go. So if we hand over the Oddish Weed, with that we receive an egg. So within this egg is a Chespin. This Chespin will know spikes and synthesis as its egg groups. And that's about it. So with that, that's actually the last thing we can do before moving on to the Agate City entrance. So things we mainly won't have access to are the department store, pretty much all the Pokemon we've seen so far, or the daycare. So make sure to stock up on items and do all the breeding and catching we want. So I'm going to cut to when I basically done all the things that I want to do, which is purchase a few items, catch a few Pokemon, because under normal circumstances I would just catch the Pokemon and be done with it, but I need to catch a shiny. So yeah, that's going to be pretty rough for me, because I do know there's some Pokemon I've definitely looked over. So I'm going to just cut to when I'm done with that. So I'll see you all then. Okay, everyone. It's been a while for me, but for you guys, it would just be a quick cut in the video. But before I did my cut, I said I was going to do a whole bunch of preparation for before we head off to the Agate Circus, because we're going to be locked out basically of the daycare. So this box here in box 5 is basically a summary of what I did. So as you can see, there's a bunch of shiny Pokemon here. I could have bred shiny Pokemon, but with the way the daycare is right now, it would take me absolute fucking centuries, and I did not feel like dealing with that. So for some of the shinies here, I use debug mode to get them to be shiny, so their shininess is being forced right now. And then I haven't taught them any egg moves yet, and I haven't changed really any IVs yet. So of note is that I caught a hippopotamus, because its sand stream ability would be really useful for us. I hatched the Maractus egg that we obtained a while back. Same thing for the Chespin egg. I actually wonder what move I got. Oh wait, you're guaranteed spikes and synthesis on it. I forgot. Alright, never mind. I brought out our Abra, made it shiny. I also brought out our Arcan and made it shiny. This is the Houndour we caught earlier. Same thing for our Rotom. And then here I have my Murkrow because I actually did breed this Murkrow, but I did make it shiny. So I bred it with my Swellow, so it has Brave Bird now, which is pretty good. And it also has Parasong, but I'm probably not going to stick with that because I want to make an offensive Murkrow and then keep this Murkrow here for its Prankster Parasong setup. And then I don't know if I forget if there's any other fights that are going to be like that, but where it's just a 1-on-6 and practically impossible, but we'll see. And then here I have Tyrant, made it shiny. And then we have Savali. I finally evolved it. This was done naturally. So actually, let me showcase something really quick with it. Let's move our Swallow here. And then here's a Bronzor that I caught earlier. Nincada, I hatched the egg and made it forcefully shiny. I'm going to level it up for you guys here. Our Larvesta egg, I hatched it, forced it to be shiny. Then I forced our Heracross to be shiny. Nidorina was already shiny. Excuse me. And then I evolved our Pichu into a Pikachu. I did use debug mode to change the happiness level because I didn't feel like going through all that mess. And then I use a Thunderstone on it. To get in a Lowland Raichu in this game, you evolve the Pikachu at the Apophile Academy using a Thunderstone, and there you will get a Lowland Raichu. If you use a Thunderstone on your Pikachu elsewhere, you just get a normal Raichu. So that's how you get that. Now, as for the Pokemon in my party, I hatched our Axew egg, and it does have the egg moves Iron Tail and Night Slash. So the wiki does not state that, but it does come with these moves. And then here's our Carvanha. I believe I did catch a shiny one on purpose or whatever. Sandile, I caught one. Excuse me, forced it to be shiny. Oh yeah, sorry, excuse me. And then here's our Roggenrola that we got from the Pokemon Market in 7th Street. I made it shiny. And then so one thing I wanted to show with Savali is that opposed to the shiny version, as opposed to its normal version, if you give it a memory and it's shiny, its appearance will resemble that. Its colors won't simply change. If you check on the Reborn wiki, you'll see all the sprites of its normal versus its when it's holding a memory. So when it's just non-shiny and it's holding like a bug memory, it's like crest or whatever would just simply be green. But here, excuse me, it'll be themed. It's easier to see based on, see here you can see the basic crest at the top changed, and so does its colors as well overall. So that's really cool. So that's why if you want to use a Savali, I recommend getting a shiny one, as you can see here. And then it learns multi-attack upon leveling or evolving. So you definitely want to evolve your Savali if you are planning on using one, because it's pretty much not a Pokemon until you do that, basically. So I'm just going to showcase the members I have now. As you can see, the whatever you want to call it, feathers at the top or whatever, look really cool. It's even got a little moon at the end of its tail there for this memory. So yeah, that's just really cool. Do you have any other memories to show? No, I don't. Oh, okay, no, this is what I used. Right, I'm gonna just take that off now. So Silvally is a pretty good Pokemon though. It's basically a miniature Arceus, so you could use it for, so it can practically be any Pokemon you want. It is not a specialist Pokemon, and but I do think it leans towards being a physical attacker rather than a special attacker. So that is something to keep in mind, since multi-attack seems to be a physical type move. Well, let me search that up. I don't know if that's a move that also changes. I don't think it does. Yeah, pretty sure it's just physical only. So your Silvally is going to be a physical attacker. So personally, the types that I think are good for it are types that you don't have, obviously, for your party or your team. So do that flexibility. I think I think what most people tend to lean towards is, I believe, Steel, Fairy, Dragon, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Electric's also really good. Sorry. But other than that, I mean, you can pretty much make it anything you want, which is why it's such a good Pokemon. You can fill up any gap in your team. The main issue is that you're constantly going to have to be, like, changing its moves around. And so, and along with its memory, but honestly, that's pretty small trade-off compared to the sheer utility that a Savali brings to your team. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. And then, alright, that covers about Savali's. Now I want to cover the other Pokemon in my party. And that is, I'm going to use ability capsules on them to change their abilities around. So, for my Carvana, I want to... Alright, I do have enough ability capsules. Speed Boost as his ability. As for Sandile, Intimidate and Moxie are both really good. Right now I have Anger Point, which is not good on Sandile. Or, really, once it evolves into Crocodile. So, in my opinion, I think Moxie is better. This Pokemon is incredible. When it evolved into a Crocodile, it has insane sweeping potential. So, I'm going to change it to Moxie for me. Roggenrola, you want Sand Force, I believe. Wait, let's see. Because you want Sandstream as its ability, because Sandstorm upon entering battle is really good. Excuse me, since it's a Roggenrola right now, its moves will change. So right now it has Sturdy as its ability. So if you want Sandstorm on your Gigalith, you want it to be you want to change its hidden ability to Weak Armor. Then let me check something really quick though, because we will have to return some Pokemon, so I just want to make sure. Oh, okay. So we do need to hold on to this Roggenrola, so I'm going to have to breed one. Alright, so we want Vanillite, Loudred, Roggenrola, Lucky Tongue, and Makuhita. Alright, well, that's kind of a pain. I mean, we can get more ability capsules, but then Murkrow. So for Murkrow, there's tons of good choices, I believe, but I think when you evolve into a Honchkrow, you want Moxie, so Super Luck is okay, but it's kind of RNG based, and Moxie's kind of just better in my opinion. So it's good for right now. Alright. Well. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and quickly breed ourselves a Roggenrola though. Let me see what Pokemon it requires. Excuse me. Although I think... Alright, I'm gonna have to teach an egg move at some point, yes. Yes, I will. Yeah, there's one egg move I'm concerned with on the Gigalith, but I don't think I could actually teach it right now. Oh, I could. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I might just do that right now then. Let's just put these all back here though. Yeah, you can go there. Oops. So the easiest way to catch some of these that I did was equipped a magnetic lure on your first party member. So that's how I did it, just catching some of these. Alright, I should find a way to differentiate these two. I should evolve that one. Let's see. All my members are almost here. So, some of the Pokemon that I also would have caught is like a Swinub, for instance. Really good Pokemon when it evolves into Piloswine. And then I was thinking of catching a Kangaskhan, but Kangaskhan doesn't get his Mega Evolution until very, very much on, so I won't be picking that up yet. Same thing for Lopunny. I don't think I'll get his Mega Evolution anytime soon. And as for what else I wanted, possibly, Esper can be really good, but I used one in my previous playthrough, so I didn't feel like it. By Esper, I'm referring to the male version, in which you could get 2 screens, both light screen and reflect up, which are just incredible. Alright. Oh, let's put one back. Alright, so with that, let me move these back out, because I won't be using them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and catch the Pokemon I want to breed with this Roggenrola, so I'll be right back. Okay, hello. Alright, so what I did in the meantime between these cuts was I tried to get an Avalugg and a Roggenrola to breed together so I can get Wide Guard on the Roggenrola. But it turns out they are of the same gender, and I don't want to mess around with it too much because I had to return it. Making it shiny was already kind of pushing it. So hopefully that doesn't affect it when I need to return the Roggenrola. Most likely I won't be able to use it too soon, but I should be fine. If not, I just will have to consider a strategy that doesn't use it, so hopefully that is the case. So anyway, with that, I want to now head over to the department store. Let me get all my Pokemon. So we're just almost about ready to get past ourselves through the checkpoint over at over by, Van Hanen Castle. Almost there practically. So what I want to do now is, sorry, there might have been some background noise. Let's see, anything I need to buy here? Let's buy some Pokeballs. Just buy 10. Escape rope, I'll buy 3. Common candies, I don't need those anymore. Repels, I can only buy those crappy ones. Alright, whatever. Let's see what on the second floor. Because we won't have access to this spot, so it's best to consider purchasing anything. Alright, make it more friendly. I forget how much these reduce by. Excuse me. They reduce by 20, so 252 divided by 20 is... So you need 13 of one berry to reduce something all the way. Oh, these are kind of expensive. Alright, let me just buy a set of 13 for each then. Because we will not have access to these, so that would be a slight concern. Okay, while I'm here, let me sell any items, because I'm sure I have some. Come on. Excuse me. I'm a little sick, so... Oh, do I not have any? Maybe I already sold everything practically. Alright. That's always... Oh, nope. I got 2 rare modes here. Let's see. Alright. In here... Okay, actually, yeah, there's a few things we can sell in here. Carbos. Same thing for calcium, because we already have the EV raising items, so we do not need these. So all the wings can go. Oh, not that. And all these protein or vitamin related items. Zinc, PP up. No, we want to keep that. Energy powder, elixir. Alright, nice. And then balls, we can hold on to those, I guess. Ooh, we have that and that. Those are pretty decent moves. There's a strategy with Eevee that we could possibly use. Volt Tackle's meh. Ampharossite pretty good. If you're running a Trick Room Ampharos, that could be really good. Alright, that's it for selling. Alright, let's see what on the third floor, if there's anything I should be buying here. Okay, nothing too crazy there. Some niche strategies can be used with those. A bunch of these rocks. Alright. Okay. Alright. That's about it for that. Let's see. Air balloon. I don't have any strategies that will use these. Smoke ball. Destiny knot. I'll buy it. Already bought one. Okay. Power weights. This will be useful. Power bracer. Power belt. Alright, I'll buy that. Power lens. Power band. Alright. And that's it. So, we want to do this now so I don't forget. And as I said, you'll be locked out of this area once you pass through. Oh, this is where you can buy super repels and whatnot. Okay. And buy those vitamins, which are useful. I mean, useless. Don't buy those, please. These are the type of berries. Not interested in those. Type gems. Sorry, the type gems can't be useful. There's only one I'm really interested in here, though. Alright, it's on this side. That is... We have 4 normal gems, that's fine. Flying gems, though. Alright, I'm gonna buy 4 of these. Because there is a strat with acrobatics and that, so... that is always a thing. Oops. Excuse me. I'm just searching something. Okay. As I thought. Okay. Alright, hold on. There's one more Pokemon I didn't catch yet. Which could possibly be really good with these. Alright, you know what? Let me buy... Nah, 5... Alright, actually, let me just buy 5 more. I don't know. I feel like these are probably the best gems you can buy along with the normal gem for some maneuver... For some cheeky, unburdened business with Fake Out and acrobatics with that. Right, Focus Band is not good. Scope Lens. And we don't actually have one of these. I'm gonna buy that. Bright Powder. Those are strats I don't want to rely on. Because they're RNG based. Alright, there's one Pokemon that I should have caught that I didn't. So I'll just do that on camera as the last thing I do. So I'm gonna head over. Excuse me, this is not the way there. To the Barrel Cemetery. Alright, I have the right Pokemon in the lead. Zoom on over there. So what I think I'm going to do is for IVs, IVs, shininess, egg moves and such is I'm just going to debug that, but when I get access to the way faster method of doing all that, I'm going to use that instead of cheating my way, because I really don't feel like wasting my time with all that crap. So what I'm looking for here is a fletchling. Alright, as I was saying, sorry, someone walked into my room just then. We're looking for a fletchling. Because I want a Talonflame with Gale Wings. Because it can really use acrobatics as its move with a flying gem. So Gale Wings has been nerfed in this generation, but I think it is still a really good move. So Talonflame is also really good for setting up Tailwind as well. So it can have a lot of just good uses on a team outside of just being an offensive powerhouse. Alright. Yeah. Then it looks like I don't have to really worry about Egg-moos. Oh, Diggersby is also a pretty decent Pokemon as well. Forgot about that Pokemon. I don't want to use it though. Donphan's decent. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna cut ahead to when I find one. Alright, I managed to find one, thankfully. That took a lot longer than I thought it would take. Alright. Nope. Alright, with that, we're gonna head straight to the Pokemon Center here. And then take a look at our Fletchling. There's Gale Wings, alright, nice. I'm going to force it to be shiny, because it is going to take me absolutely forever to find a shiny one. And I don't feel like doing that, especially if it's not a static encounter. I'm literally going to be running around in there. I would need to catch every other Pokemon except this one, and then keep trying for a shiny, and I'm just not going to do that right now. So this is probably the main way I'll do shininess, till I get access to mass breeding, I think. And or unless the Pokemon is a static encounter, in which case it's really easy to just keep resetting. Because I did that earlier for the Mightyena, where I had to encounter a shiny one. Oh boy, that took so long, so I'm just gonna make it shiny here. I can deal with the other stuff I need for it later, so right now we can actually move on to where we need to go. So I'll cut to that. Alright, so here we are. I used a Tauros to just put me back here from the front gate. So what we want to do is simply head on up this way. Did I pick up the hidden items here? So once you step through this checkpoint, as I said, you will not be able to return basically to the department store or the daycare and then a lot of the other areas we've had. So let's just head on up. Alright, and with that interesting first introduction to Terra, we are now in the Agate Circus, and this area will serve as our home base for the next few badges and areas we'll be going over, so there's a lot to do here. So I'll cover that next episode, but if you try to go back, you cannot return. So, and obviously we can't just fly back to the areas we were at, so yep, we're essentially stuck here. So, anyway, with that, I want to call this episode a wrap. We got a decent amount done, so, well, not really. We didn't get a lot done. We kind of did a bunch of preparation, and then me just reading out what preparation I did. But anyway, thanks for watching, and in the next episode, we'll be covering the Agate Circus, hopefully, and then maybe doing a new little area. So with that out of the way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.